Amish communities reject cars, electricity from the grid, and modern technology, yet collectively run a business economy worth billions of dollars, with no advertising, no websites for most, and often no personal ownership of the technology used to build that wealth. In the decades following the Second World War, a quiet crisis began taking shape across America's oldest Amish settlements. The community's population was growing at a steady rate of 3 to 4% each year, but the arable land beneath their buggies remained finite. In places like Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, the price of agricultural acreage soared, making it nearly impossible for young families to purchase the 80 acres required to establish a viable family farm. For generations, working the soil was the undisputed anchor of Amish life. But by the late 20th century, farming was no longer a guaranteed path to survival. It was a luxury many could no longer afford. This economic reality forced a profound shift. In 1975, Gideon Zook and his sons, Dave and Jonathan, faced a difficult choice on their Lancaster County homestead. Realizing their dairy farm could no longer support the family, they sold their livestock and pooled the cash equity to convert their traditional barn into a modular log cabin and cabinetry workshop. To fund the transition, they did not turn to commercial banks. Instead, they relied on informal, low-interest loans provided by local church elders. They also avoided the public electrical grid by utilizing a shared diesel-powered generator and a belt-driven sawmill owned by a neighborhood equipment cooperative. The Zook family's transition from plows to saws became a blueprint for thousands of others. Today, only about 1/3 of the Amish population in Lancaster County still farms for a living. The rest have redirected their labor into small, home-based shops, using community-funded mutual aid to build a massive commercial network born purely out of a struggle to survive. This industrial shift found its epicenter in Holmes County, Ohio, home to a dense manufacturing cluster of 450 to 500 individual wood shops. This highly coordinated supply chain consumes 43.5 million board feet of premium hardwood every year, representing up to $100 million in raw lumber purchases. These enterprises scale through high-value craftsmanship rather than computerized automation, generating individual shop revenues that routinely reach between $1 and $5 million annually. To achieve this volume while remaining disconnected from the public electrical grid, the workshops employ practical mechanical engineering. Outside the shop walls, a heavy diesel engine hums, turning a central steel shaft that runs the length of the building. Leather belts and pulleys drop down from this spinning line shaft to power heavy band saws, planers, and sanders. For detail work, the shops use air compressors to run pneumatic drills, sanders, and nail guns, maximizing labor efficiency without violating the community ban on household grid utility lines. The human pipeline driving these operations remains strictly internal. Rather than attending high school, 14-year-old boys enter intensive on-the-job apprenticeships lasting 3 to 5 years. Under the close guidance of a master carpenter, an apprentice works full-time to learn hand planing, mortise and tenon joinery, and the maintenance of complex belt-driven machinery. This hands-on training ensures that traditional standards of solid wood construction survive across generations, allowing these shops to command premium prices in a competitive national market. At dawn, passenger vans driven by hired non-Amish motorists pull up to commercial and residential construction sites across Ohio and Pennsylvania. Out step crews of 8 to 12 Amish carpenters carrying hand tools and ready to work. These are not static shop craftsmen. They are mobile builders who have expanded the community's economic footprint far outside their own local settlements. Firms like Country View Construction, operating out of Holmesville, Ohio since 2000, serve non-Amish clients throughout central and northeast Ohio and into western Pennsylvania. They specialize in high-demand, specialized builds like post-frame structures, custom decks, porches, and garages. Their reputation for reliable execution and quiet craftsmanship draws a steady stream of lucrative contract business. The speed of their work challenges conventional industry timelines. A single, highly stable Amish crew routinely completes about 20 homes per year, a benchmark that far outpaces mainstream subcontractors. Working with an intuitive coordination developed through years of shared labor, they raise structures in a fraction of the usual time. By shifting from stationary workshops to regional job sites, these mobile crews prove that the Amish business economy is highly diversified, resilient, and built to scale. At the edge of these communities, another high-volume economy operates directly at the farm gate. Amish-run bakeries, farm markets, and bulk food stores operate as core commercial operations, serving local families while simultaneously capturing a massive wave of outside visitors. In Ohio, destinations like Hirschberger's Farm and Bakery, located just 5 minutes from Berlin, draw crowds from across the Midwest for fresh baked goods and handcrafted wares. This public-facing commerce serves as a major regional driver. In Pennsylvania's Lancaster County, the tourism economy reached 10.2 million visitors in 2024. This influx generated $2.7 billion in direct spending, creating a total economic impact of $3.5 billion and supporting 26,300 jobs. By capturing this traffic with simple storefronts and high-quality goods, Amish retail converts outside cultural curiosity into reliable regional revenue. Behind this massive productivity lies a strict code of selective adaptation. The community does not reject technology outright. Instead, church elders use the unwritten rules of the Ordnung to evaluate every new tool. The core principle separates business survival from home life, allowing advanced equipment in the workshop while keeping it out of the household. To coordinate national orders without domestic distraction, families construct shared phone shanties, modest wooden booths containing a single landline handset, situated at the edge of farm lanes or near roads. Some districts approve specialized black box phones, which strip away internet and texting capabilities to offer only voice transmission. For transportation, the ban on owning automobiles is bypassed through a system of outsourced logistics. Amish business owners hire non-Amish or English drivers on a per-trip basis to haul raw materials, finished goods, and construction crews. These contracted motorists must follow strict guidelines, like maintaining quiet vehicles and respectful conduct while on settlement property. Heavy capital costs are managed through community equipment cooperatives, where multiple families co-own cranes, tractors, and heavy diesel generators. This cooperative model divides the financial burden and prevents individual debt, proving that the ultimate engine of Amish commerce is social organization, not digital adoption. Academic researchers tracking Plain communities estimate that the total annual revenue generated by Amish-owned businesses across the United States ranges between $2 billion and $5 billion. Recent proxy-based analyses, including state sales tax data, suggest the actual gross volume may reach $5 billion to $7 billion. This economic activity flows through approximately 9,000 active enterprises distributed across the national Amish Belt and beyond. These businesses prove exceptionally durable. Conventional American small businesses face a 50% failure rate within 5 years, but Amish firms maintain a survival rate between 90 and 95%. This stability has fundamentally altered the typical Amish household budget. In the 1980s, a typical family earned 70% of its income from farming. Today, that ratio has inverted, with business enterprises providing 80% of household revenue. In a world convinced that digital integration is the only path forward, this empire proves otherwise. They show that technology is a choice, not a necessity for success. Perhaps the real question isn't how they thrive without our tools, but why we believe we can't. Share your thoughts below.